Hello Internet. In the last video of Naruto Chronological Summary Part 1, if you haven't watched that, then you should watch that first. But if you already have done watching Part 1, then for you my friends, I have brought you the next part and we will start the story where we left in the last video. So, Kaguya Otsutsuki ate the divine fruit. Divine fruit comes from divine tree and become a goddess and trap everyone in a genjutsu world. But she can't just erase the human race, so she revives some of the human and erase their mind. After that, we see a time jump from the time she performed the genjutsu to the time when she gave birth to two twins. The elder son was named as Hagoromo Otsutsuki and the younger son was named as Hamura Otsutsuki. Both the kids have inherited the chakra inside their body. The older brother inherited the Sharingan, but it was not awakened yet. The younger son inherited the Byakugan from her mother. Both Sharingan and Byakugan are the visual paralysis. That means those who possess it can do something unique from those who doesn't. In case of Sharingan, it gives its wielder the power to see chakra and manipulates others' chakra in their mind to perform a genjutsu and also make them hallucinate. It also gives its wielder to see others' chakra and copy their technique. Whereas in case of Byakugan, it gives its wielder a 360-degree vision except a very small space at their back. It also gives a long-range view. Now, back to the story. Both brothers have very great potential in the use of the chakra. They lived in a village near the divine tree with their mother and the villagers. Hagoromo and Hamura as well as the villagers were forbidden to go near the divine tree. Only those can go who were chosen for a ritual in which the divine tree absorbs them to survive and become more strong and killing them in process. But Hagoromo and Hamura were not aware of this. One day, a toad, that means a frog, named Gamamaru stops the only water supply for the village farmers in order to get their attention. Hagoromo and Hamura goes to investigate this and find that a talking toad did this. At first, they didn't believe this, but after checking everything is normal about this toad, they believed it. The toad tells them that the divine tree is doing harm to this planet and if it keeps on going, it will destroy this world. And he leaves. The Otsutsuki brothers get suspicious about it, and at that same day, a girl named Haori, with some other villagers, were selected to perform the ritual. Hagoromo tries to stop her because he knew that no one has ever returned who went to the divine tree, but deep inside he liked her and cared for her, but couldn't possibly tell her. But she didn't stop. After some time passes, Hagoromo realized that he must check on the divine tree by himself because her mother won't tell them nothing. Hagoromo and his little brother Hamura went to the divine tree and found out that those people who were selected for the rituals are actually sacrificed for the divine tree. He quickly finds out the body of Haori, the love of Hagoromo. He tries to revive her, but she was already dead. This pain of losing the first love of his life makes him experience a true pain and awaken his Sharingan in the process. The older brother gets surprised by seeing the red-eyed Sharingan in his elder brother's eye. Hagoromo and Hamura goes to see Toad Gamamaru. Gamamaru tells them Toad rarely gets dream and once they do, it's 100% reality that will happen in the future. And I have seen you too fighting your mother Kaguya. But I couldn't see who wins because my mother wake me up. What? I slept too long, bro. Anyway, I will train you Sage Jutsu to make you stronger so that you can win against your mother. In a normal ninjutsu, one uses chakra inside their body to perform jutsu. But in Sage Jutsu, the user can absorb the nature energy that flows everywhere in this world and uses that energy to perform jutsu. When the user absorbs nature energy, their body becomes so strong compared to those who uses normal ninjutsu. But the user needs to stay still to absorb nature energy. Now, back to the story. Hagoromo stays with Gamamaru to train while Hamura returns to the village. In the Sage village, Hagoromo learns to absorb and use the nature energy so fast. While Hagoromo training his Sage Jutsu, here in the village Kaguya returns to the village. And after finding out that both her sons have gone to divine tree, she uses her Byakugan to hypnotize Hamura and wait for the return of Hagoromo. After learning Sage Jutsu, Hagoromo returns to the village and finds out that his younger brother is under the control of her mother. He fights Hamura and stabs him through his chest to free him from her mother's control. This works and Hamura returns to his consciousness. Hagoromo uses a very sacred healing paper to heal his younger brother that passed on to him by Kamamaru. While stabbing his own younger brother, Hagoromo suffers a lot of pain, which leads to the awakening of the Mangyako Sharingan and Rinnegan. Mangyako Sharingan is like ultimate form of Sharingan. It gives its wielder two new things. Number 1, Amaterasu, a black flame that cannot be extinguished until it's burned whatever it touches. And number 2, Susanoo, a red or pink colored 3 to 4 floor tall being that protects its user. There can also be some other powers with it too, like Kamui, the teleportation jutsu in case of Obito Uchiha, and the ultimate Kinjutsu in case of Susui Uchi. But the more one uses a Mangyako Sharingan, the more risks to lose their eyesight. And Rinnegan is a visual paralysis which allows its wielder to perform any jutsu ever discovered in this world. With the use of Rinnegan, one can also bring back the dead. Now, back to the story. With the awakening of Mangyako Sharingan and Rinnegan, Hagoromo becomes literally as close to her mother's power level, and in addition, he also uses Seijutsu. Both brothers Hagoromo and Hamura uses their jutsu and seals their mother in a planet-sized asteroid, which eventually lead to the creation of the moon in the Naruto verse.
By herself.
Video is over. If you find this video fascinating, then like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will continue this story in the next part. Until then, goodbye and love your mother. She also needs the love of you and your siblings. And don't seal her. Mangyako Sharingan!